Hi, everybody. Welcome to Petra's Happy Place. Today is January 13th, and I decided to come on today and do a live stream. I don't know if anybody's going to be joining me, but I have some things I want to do around my yarn space, and I thought, well, I would just come on and see who all's here. I need to make some adjustments here to the lighting. Hold on. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, that's somewhat better. You can still see the glare on my glasses. For those of you that are joining the replay, thank you so much for coming in. And come and say hello in the chat. I'd love to see who's joining me today. Susan, how are you? It's been forever since I've seen your name pop up. I hope you're doing well. I wasn't sure if I could remember how to do this live stream. It's been so long. Hold on a minute. Good. I'm so glad to hear it. I'm so glad to hear it. What are you working on anything right now? Let me do a couple more things. I hope you don't mind. I need to get up, and I see that there's a couple more in here. I hope you will say hello, but I'm going to do some more adjustments to lighting, and I need to situate myself because I've got some things I need to do while I'm in here. So yeah, I can play with that. Okay. I'm making some scarves for the convalescent hospital down the street from my house. Oh, what a lovely thing. Now, are you crocheting or are you like knitting up on a knitting machine, or how are you making them? Okay. Ugh. Can you hear me okay, Susan? Okay. Y'all stay out of stuff, okay? Stay out of there. I've got my babies are around me here. You can see the tail there. That's Lila. And Pixie is on the floor. Let me see here. You can see them there. They love to play together, so keeps them quiet, entertaining each other like that. Okay. Well, I'm hoping I did make it known. I did put a Susan, did you get a notification, or how did you know I was up? Shane that just learned the moss stitch recently. Oh, yes, that is a good stitch. That's a good stitch. And it's even though it's tiny, a moss stitch is like, it goes fast, doesn't it? I like the moss stitch. Okay. I'm kind of out of breath. I hope we get some other people joining us today. I just wanted to take time to talk about. Oh, I'm doing really well. Thank you. I'm just stacking stuff on top of stuff on top of stuff. And oh boy, what is this here? I'm doing really good. I've been busy and I've been wanting to, I don't know if my internet is going to cut out. Mr. Happy was telling me right before I came on that he's been having trouble with the internet cutting in and out. Our weather is not the best right now, so it's spotty. How was your Christmas and New Year? Was it good? Hey, just go. 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 This chair is not the most comfortable. Oh, let's see here. I'm going to move this a little bit. So, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I've spent the last couple months. Camille Vanilli, how are you, honey? Oh, I've missed you. Hi. Hi. Camille, I see your Facebook posts all the time. Oh, thank you. Susan, my mom passed away a year ago in October. And the first year was pretty rough. And the first Christmas, all the first went by, they were pretty rough. This year it was a little easier, but I still get bouts of emotion. Hey, no. What do you see? No, you just leave it there. There's nothing there. A chicken foot. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, getting time to relax. Well, so yeah, this Christmas was very, very quiet. I didn't do much. In fact, I didn't do anything. Didn't get together with family. It was just, in fact, it was a little bit anticlimactic. But it was calm. It was good. I got some things I had really wanted for Christmas. Mr. Happy was kind enough to get things that were on my wish list, to make sure I got what I wanted, right? But I've been going through WIPs and determining what I want to keep and what I want to keep working on and what I want to get rid of. My mom passed away on October 29th. So I guess it's about the same time. Was it this past November? It was 2 years, Susan. So, okay. Anyway, let me show you some of the things that I'm trying to clean up. I've got some Tunisian books here because I'm doing a Tunisian project. And I hope you guys don't mind. I'm going to be up and around the room a little bit, but I'll sit down and chat. Oh, so good to see you too. Yep. Okay, so it's like 1 year longer than my mom has been gone. Now, so both of my parents are gone. My brother lives in Virginia right now, which is about an 8-hour drive from me. And he will be moving this year. He'll be moving further away. So I'm not very. I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed. I won't be able to spend more time with my brother because he's the only immediate family I've got left. Putting my hats away. I put away put in a bag, I should say, a whole bunch of hats. I was going to donate them and put them in like a blessing box, but I remembered that my good friend Elke, she is involved with the veterans, and so I'm going to be giving them to her. She said she'd take them to the VA to give to them because they always need stuff like that. Excuse me. I've got some Meyer lemon tea, hot tea. I've started getting sick. I'm starting to get sick, and I'm hoping that if I can just be kind to myself and just nurture myself a little bit with some tea and just some soft foods and quiet, not going in and out, it will be good. No. If y'all see my cat in the back, she'll get up on anything and get my yarn, anything. Okay, so where am I here? So would y'all like to see some of the things that I've been doing? I loosely followed, I kind of followed. This live stream keeps freezing the video, but still playing the audio somewhere podcast. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, my internet is going in and out. So that's probably what it is. If it gets on you guys' nerves, let me know and I will try to restart. I don't know if it's going to make a difference. So Crystal from Bag a Day had on a pocket shawl that she had fur on, and I loved it. And I started working on it, but I don't like the way the hat is turning out. So I've already redone it once, and I'm in Kentucky. I'm in Kentucky, Susan. No, yeah, Camille, it's the weather here too. We've been having internet issues all over this area. But I don't know if you can see, but I don't like the way, and I didn't follow Crystal. That's probably why I messed it up. But I came out a little bit, and I should have it just straight. And so I've already frogged it back once because it was way out here. And I'm going to frog it, and it's okay to frog because I haven't sewn in any ends, and I'll be like using less yarn. So I'll eventually do that. I'm going to put this in my top bin here of things to do. What's the matter, baby? You want to say hi? Well, come here. You want to say hi? You want to see my puppy? Come here. Lila, you want to come here and say hi? Come here. Well, come here. You're being silly. You're being silly. Come here. I'll let you sit. Come up here. Come on. She doesn't want to. So, all right. So let me just kind of get everybody caught up. And I know that since this isn't working, must see Sweet Pupper. She is gone. She left. But when she comes up, I will pick her up and show you guys. So speaking of puppers, she is going to be fixed in a couple weeks. And I'm just not sure what to think of that. I'm kind of hoping it slows her down just a wee bit. I'm hoping. But I'm really wanting, and it's going to be too costly right now, but I was really hoping to get the kitten up to date on all she hasn't had any shots or anything. So we haven't let her out, so it's no paparazzi for her today. No, not today. But anyway, I know there's probably a whole lot of other podcasts and live streams going on right now. There usually is on Saturdays, but okay. So life. I have to go back a little while, don't I, to catch you up. So after Mom passed away, things really changed for me. I just got different mindsets and I let myself go. I gained all my weight back, and I always I have been using the loss of my mom as an excuse as to why I've gained all my weight. And I realize now that that's a lame excuse and that my mom would not be happy about that. With the works cowboy on it. I don't know how to do. Oh, I don't know how to do any of that stuff, Susan. All I know is is to follow a pattern. I tell you what, you might go to Jada in Stitches and go to her page, and maybe in her Etsy shop, she might have something kind of like that where you might just to get an idea of how to do a pattern. Who else did I just watch? I watched a really neat video that I'm thinking about making this pattern for a sweater for, but it will be for next winter. But it has cats all on it. It's really kind of cute, and it's like using a graph. Now, Susan, what I would suggest is if you're going to do that and it's your first time doing that, I would find a pattern like for if you want a cowboy, if you have the like that silhouette that sometimes you see with the cowboy back up against the wall, you might find something like that and make your own graph. Yeah, I'm not sure. I would definitely check like Ravelry and just type in crochet cowboy graph or something like that. I don't know. Okay, so this year, since it's been over a year since Mom passed away, I've decided to go ahead and try to lose my weight again. Um, I mean, I look at myself, and the person I see in the mirror is not the person that I feel, but I'm not happy with my health right now. Um, so yeah, I'm going to need to try to lose a little bit of weight. Um, I'm going to be going back on keto, but it's very difficult because I'm finding that they're right, and people say that carbs are addicting, that sugar is very addictive, and I totally agree with that. It's very hard to break the addiction of sugar, and once you get a taste for it, phew, that's wild. So I've gone through. I've gone to several doctors. You're welcome, Susan. I've I've gone to several doctor's appointments for different things, and my my pulmonologist, the one I went to for my lungs, um, basically said that my she they can't figure out where the emphysema or the what they call the scarring at the bottom of my lungs. They don't know where I got it from, but it's something that I've got to live with. And I also have um, chronic bronchitis that I have to be careful of, especially when I have allergies, because they start to go down and they get into my lungs, and then I start coughing, which, if they get too far down in my lungs, obviously I have bigger problems. So, anyway, but I've I also need to see a what's the doctor, gast gastrointestinal gastro doctor or something like that, because they're saying that also the problems I have with my acid reflux causes the coughing, which can inflame my bronchial tubes and then cause me to have a coughing spell. So yeah, there's lots going on there. Um, but yeah, that's, and it's just very hard to get on here and talk, because I'm glued to the computer, obviously, when I'm doing a live stream, and my cameras, I'm having issues with my camera, and I can't do a video anymore more than a minute, and I don't know what's wrong with my camera. And then, so that's why I haven't done any videos. And to tell you the truth, it's really hard doing videos, because you can't. Well, I know a lot of people do. They work on something um, while they're filming. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and work on one. Um, I'm making a scrap blanket. Are things settling down? If I don't see you all talking, I don't know if I'm still live or what's going on. So just let me know. So I'm working on a scrap blanket right now. That's my project. Um, and the pattern I'm doing, I don't know the name of this stitch. I know there is a name for it, but basically the um it's like the moss stitch, but instead of going in between, you go in the top of the single crochet. Um okay, thank you. Thank you, Camille. So this is, I mean, it has a different look than than the, it looks like a V-stitch almost. Let me show you. See, it kind of looks like a V-stitch, but it's, oh yeah, Susan, I sure am. I sure am. Going on, in April, it'll be 10 years. 10 years. That's hard to believe. I don't know what to think. Today I did work. I was at work, I should say. Hey, pigs. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? No, she just wants to play with the yarn. And there comes Puppers. Hey, Puppers. Hey. Don't be like that. I've been crocheting every single day. I don't know of a day that I've not been crocheting. Even if it's just for 15 minutes or so, I have to. I don't know what it is. If it's like in my blood. Susan, you're the one who used to work for Eye Doctor, right? Did you used to work for the Eye Doctor? I'm trying to place you. I'm thinking you did. You worked for the one that in Lexington, North Carolina. Am I right? So yeah, I'm working on this. It's my scrap blanket in blue. I took all of my scrap yarns that are blue or have blue in them, and I'm just working away. And when I run out of blue, I'll do a different color. But I think, oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. I gotcha. I remember now. And as soon as I run out of the blue, I might just stop. Let me show you how far I have so far. So it's this wide. So it's about halfway. It's about halfway. And I don't have too much blue left. So like I said, I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I thought I had enough blue, but if nothing else, then I'll start with green, and I'll just go as far as I can with the green until I get the blanket the size that I want. And then I'm going to finish it up, put a quick, easy border on it. I did buy one of these Crafter's Secret, the big ones. And I'm going to use that for just like a quick border. And then I'm going to donate it. Aww. Oh, that's so sweet. So romantic. So romantic. I love it, Camille. I love it. That's very, very sweet. I like it when you find those little holes in the wall, don't you? Saturdays are for feeling like a princess, of course. But the way I think, it's like every day is a day to feel like a princess. Sometimes I feel like a toad, but okay, so yeah, and so this year I'm going to try to really work on getting, instead of trying to I've started a lot of projects, but what I really want to do is work on finishing some of the projects that I've actually started. And some of them I'm sure I'll get done, and some of them I'm not so sure. But one of my other goals for this year, crochet wise, is to use up all of my scrap yarn. And I mean, some of my scrap yarn is like almost a full skein, like 3/4 of a skein, because I don't like in my stash here, this kind of my stash, my wall. Yeah, it's very pretty, isn't it? Um, you're working on a knit blanket with Jill from the Fire. What is it called? 52 pickup. Ah, yay! You cake a bunch of balls of scrap yarn, and I used to do that. I used to make my own cakes. I love doing that. But like I said, a lot of these balls are good size. Well, I haven't caked it up, but here's one. Um, and some of them, like I broke up, using a couple different. Tracy, thank you so much for coming and saying hello. Hi, honey. How are you? How are you doing, Tracy? So, yeah, those are my things. I've got you can see my projects over there. They're behind me. They're kind of stacked up, a whole bunch of stuff stacked up over there in the corner that are my whips. And oh, I've missed you too, honey. I watch your videos, and sometimes, most of the time, I watch all the videos on my television, so I can't comment, and I'm so sorry, honey. Excuse me. So we're just gonna do what I can today and just keep going, right? Well, so I went through all of my whips a couple days ago, and what I did was I took out projects that I liked, but I know I'm not going to finish, or I want to use the yarn for something else. And um, I'm just tired of having the whips just sit there and not get used. What I did was, hold on. I have my little life planner type thing here, and I have a list on each month. I have a list of the crochet projects, and these are all whips. Every single one of these is a whip, and I want to finish them. Excuse me. Yeah, I want to finish them before the end of the month. Okay, Camille, honey. So, and I feel good about getting some of that stuff out of that pile. But it's just like, I shouldn't have that pile to begin with. It used to not bother me at all having a bunch of whips, but now it's like I forgot what hook I'm using, and then it's like I don't remember, and then like, should I even bother doing it? Finishing it up, I don't know. Let me show you 2 of the projects that I'm going to frog. Tracy, I'm using up all my blue scraps and making a little scrap throw. Isn't it cute? I never noticed the colors, the way they pooled together like that. That looks really kind of cool, doesn't it? I didn't realize it did that. uh, yeah, sometimes you love the. Thank you so much, Tracy. I'm using up all my scrap blue first, and then when I run out and if I still have more that I want to crochet on it, I'll get my scrap greens. Um yeah, you like the yarn that you were using on whatever it was, and you're like, I like it, but it's like, mm, I'm done with that project, or I don't like it. Let me put this up and I'll show you the things that I'm going to frog. Okay. So I had this in a bag over there, and look, I mean, it was done. I mean, it was basically done. I had not sewn it together, but it was just a top, like a tank. And you hear my kitty. she this the older one, whenever she finds her toy, she just has to tell everybody she's caught a mouse. She's caught something. But I mean, I'm proud of the way I did this. I mean, but it's just not suiting me anymore. I don't like the style. I don't even it's not going to even fit me anymore. And it's a nice yarn. It's the Pima Suprema by Yarn Bee. I don't even think they make this anymore. Um, but yeah, I'm going to frog it. Look, I've even got the little tags on the side to hold it together. And I've decided, uh, no, I just don't like it. And I have almost two more skeins of this, so I could make something else. And it's a nice, heavy, solid cotton. And I was using a double crochet here, I think. Yeah, I was using a double crochet, and I could probably do something else and make a nice top with it, or a vest. But I'm going to frog this one. Would you guys frog something like that if you had it already finished? Well, Susan, you just said, right? You actually finished it, and you wanted to undo it. Tracy, have you ever done that? Finished something and then go, not anymore. I don't like it. I worked so hard on it, but no, I don't want to finish it. Now this other one, this I'm so upset about. I mean, it's my favorite color. What's my favorite color, guys? Y'all should know. Y'all should know what my favorite color is. And I had bought a ton of it when it was for sale with Knit Crate. Every time they had it, I bought another hank. I mean, I have a ton of it. And then Camille, I wonder if it was Camille. Somebody sent me one. No, it was Julie Nicholson. She lives up in Louisville. She sent me one. She says, "Well, I got one. You want it?" And I said, "Yeah." So I took it and I bought it from her. No, she just sent it to me. She didn't want anything in payment. Look at all this yarn. I mean, this is the equivalent of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a little bit, and then all of this. And look, again, I was going to make a really long something. I was going to make a really long something. And I'm thinking I already sewed it together. Right there. I think that's where I sewed it together. But I don't like it. I mean, It's not a and I've already sewn in all the edges. Oh, doggone it. That's going to be hard to get out, especially with all that glitter stuff, in it. But yeah, I'm going to frog this. I think I had two panels. And then somebody suggested Carolyn! Hi, girl! Happy New Year! Happy New Year to you too, honey. So it was basically two of these. I'm just not in love with it. And I'm thinking, with the amount of yarn I have of this would make a much prettier shawl or wrap. It's a number 1 fingering weight, but yes, I'm definitely going to have to remember how I sewed it together, and I'm going to take it apart and frog it. Hey, Frenchie! Hi, honey! How are you guys? It's been a minute. It's been a minute, hasn't it? So, Tracy, have you ever tried to frog a fingering weight that had that sparkly silver running through it? See, that's the bottom of it. I'd have to, this is not good. Yeah, I can't figure out. I know the seam is right there, but I can't figure out how I sewed it together. That's for another day. But yeah, I think this is going back in my stash, and I'm going to use it to make several. I can make several different wraps with it, or shawls. Maybe do because it's a wool superwash with that stellina. That's what it's called. That with that stellina in it. All right, everybody. How was everybody's New Year? How did you spend New Year? I ended up drove up to Ohio to visit my family. I have an aunt and uncle, and then my aunt's son, his wife, and daughters and grandsons. It's funny. You spent it sleeping? Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. I did not stay up past, I think, 10. I was dragging at 10 o'clock. I think my aunt and uncle wanted to watch a little bit more TV, and I said, well, you can, but I'm going to bed. They said, well, we probably ought to go. And they're older than me, obviously, but I'm like 8:30 anymore, and I'm like hitting the hay because I just can't handle it. I'm such a lame person. Oh, guys, it is so good to see your names up here again. Oh, I've missed you. You're going to make me cry. I've really missed you guys a lot. So, anything else I wanted to share with you about crochet? I still have other whips that I had that I haven't gone through yet to decide whether or not I'm going to frog them. And then once I frog them, like there's some of this purple I have caked up, and some of it isn't. So I want to cake up them nice and strong. It's so good to see you too. Um, so crochet wise, I'm really busy. Now, I would take you on a tour. It just won't work of my room right now, but um all of all okay, let me see here. That is all my like Christmassy type specialty type yarn that I wanted to use up for Christmas. Didn't happen. Different didn't materialize. Um Obviously all my books. And then that is my 1 and 2 weight cotton. And then over here is still cotton, but it's more 3 weight over here. And then over here, I've got some, um, I have a lot of, I love this cotton, and I've got cotton flare. Oh, fair, cotton fair, not flare. Excuse me. Cotton fair, and then some bamboo pop. And then all of this here is the milk fiber Be So Baby yarn. Um, and I've got some. What is this? I like this. I like the way it works up. Unity Beyond. It's Fibra Natura. I know I've seen this other places, but hi Hannah, how are you? How are you today? It's great to see you. I've made a cover up with this, and it works perfectly. It's made in Turkey, and it's a wool, cotton, linen, bamboo blend. Isn't that interesting? 36 wool, 28 cotton, 18 linen, and 18 bamboo. Hand wash, lay flat to dry. But yeah, I have enough to make like a nice shawl. I'm thinking a shawl would be a really good project. There's 262 yards, so that's 800 yards to make a nice shawl. I think that'll be pretty. So anyway, I got that. So that is pretty much all. This is cotton as well up here. And then starting down here, I have 3 weight and 4 weight acrylic here in that little tiny cubby there. And then all of this is 3 weight acrylic. But this like little, wait a minute, this little section there, that all has like 3, 4, 5 weight. Then down on the bottom is all my 4 weight, acrylic. And then you can't really see, you can see right here, it's covered. Well, there's a little tiny button that pulls it open, and there's 2 big ones. And those I pull open, and this one behind me is all 3 and 4 weight acrylic scraps. And I started to put them in order of color, but it didn't work out because they're just balls, and no container will really fit in there to hold everything together. So anyway, and then the other bottom part there behind all my whips, that is those are all my other scraps, the cotton and 5 weight, 1 weight, all the other stuff. Because I figured the 3 and 4 weight I can use in scrap blankets interchangeably. So that's all about the yarn behind me. I talked a little bit about my whips. Oh, I've got another whip here. I'll show you. And this is on my list to finish. I need to finish this one this month. And it's taking a lot longer than I was hoping it would, but it's going to turn out beautifully. So I bought 3 skeins or hanks of yarn when I went to a craft show, or not a craft show. It's actually like an built-in bookcase that, I mean, it's solid wood. I mean, it's solid wood. And I love it. I love it. There's this one here, and then there's one a little bit bigger in the den. It's nice, really nice. So I bought these 3 colors. Let me put them in this order just so you can see it. And they're beautiful, beautiful colors together. And I've had them for a couple years now. And so I wanted to do a Tunisian project with it. So let me put that back in there for now. And so I'm working on this, and it's kind of like a sampler. It's kind of like a sampler, but it's just using the yarn in different, I use a different stitch, or try to use a different stitch. Now I'm to the point where I'm duplicating some because I love them. But yeah, so it's just going to be a wrap. So, and because and you can see it comes out here, but I think once I block it, it's going to block out really nicely, because this is a honeycomb stitch and it stretches a lot. And the simple stitch stretches. So yeah, this is all Tunisian. And I use different stitches for each little thing. Isn't that pretty? And it's just going to be a wrap. And this is something that I think I'm going to be gifting when I'm done with it. It's because it's not my colors. I like the dark blue, but they're really not my colors. So I'm thinking I'm going to gift them. So yeah, that's nice. Okay, so let me put this up. Do that. Let me close this door. Hold on. What I wanted to talk to you guys about a little bit about life, and just something that some of the things that I'm doing in 2024. I already told you that I'm going to try to finish up these whips here. I'm going to try to finish up all my whips. Any temperature blankets I had started or anything like that, I'm going to just try to finish everything up and try not to work on any new projects unless I got a handle on some of these other ones. I'm going to frog some of the stuff that I don't want anymore, or I'm not interested in. But something occurred to me around Christmas, and cottage core blanket. I'm not familiar with that, Susan. I am not familiar with that. Frenchie, are you still there? And Carolyn, are you still there? Anyway, I got my planner out, and I say planner. It's what I'm using. Hey, I just wanted to make sure you hadn't fallen asleep or something on me. Um, but I just, like I made I made six different lists. Okay. I found six different areas of life. Thank you, Carolyn. That where I really want to work on things in that area. And they range from health and fitness to financial to career, spiritual, recreation, and my home and household. And I just think that's so funny, chicken feet. But anyway, I already shared earlier that one of my goals was to lose weight, um, the weight that I had gained. Um, but around Christmas time, I was faced with the thought that, okay, a lot of people, most people build up Christmas to be this big time, okay, this big thing. And they go out and they spend extra money around that time of year because they want to get gifts for certain people. And you know what I'm saying? I mean, and I understand. I do. I get it. But I wanted to keep that spirit um all year round. So one of the things that I'm doing, and I don't know how it's gonna it I guess some people are watching me on their television. If you are, hi. um so one of the things that I want to do is do something Christmassy every month. And I know that's going to sound so goofy to some. They're like, "Oh, come on, you're really?" But like in the month of January or all through the year. I mean, I've got Christmas cards that I want to send some Christmas greetings, not Christmas greetings, but greetings in a Christmas card that are heartfelt, not just a love Petra and Mr. Happy. I don't want to just do a Christmas card just for the sake of doing a Christmas card. You know what I mean? So, um I want to be really thoughtful in what I put in a card. I want to express my feelings, express my emotion, express my thanks and my gratitude for that person in that card. And so even if it's not a Christmas card, it's something I'm doing as a giving of my heart. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like I want to do something Christmassy like that every month. I think sometimes um I- at certain times I want to wear like Christmas earrings or just a random Christmas sweater or um listen or watch a Christmas movie or do something Christmassy every month this year. And I think that because I'm doing that every month, when it comes down to December, I'm not going to feel stressed. Oh, is it? What's the first name? D Cordera? Is it D Cordera? What is your first name? I don't think I've ever seen you here before. Um, I will have to check with Mary. My husband bought me a Mary Maxim kit for Christmas. I am so excited, a blanket kit. So that's another thing. I want to work on that blanket kit that he got me. And that will help me relive Christmas. See? Um, so yeah. And so the other thing too is gift giving. Um, I am not going to if I'm making something for somebody, I'm not going to wait until Christmas to give it to them. Because I just, uh-oh. Oh, honey, you and those cats. Is that the one that has adopted you? Is that the one that adopted you and you didn't really want it to come in the house? Um, but yeah, I just think that Christmas is more than just Donna. Oh, nice. Oh, it's so nice to meet you, Donna. Watch and don't usually comment. I'm glad you're here. I really am. I understand about the watching and not commenting because I do a lot of that myself. Yes. I'm gonna definitely have to look at Mary Maxim. But yeah, so like that one shawl that or that wrap that I'm making, when I get it done, I'm going to pray over who. Hi, Susan. How are you? Been a long time no see. So the wrap, yeah. So I'll pray over who is going to be getting it, and then I'm going to just gift it to them. Maybe I'll put a Christmas card in with it and say Happy Early Christmas, something like that. But I'm not going to first of all, I don't have the space to store everything, right? So I just want people to be able to enjoy what I'm gifting them more than just, I'm sure that if I made a washcloth for somebody in December, they're going to enjoy it all year round. But I want people to embrace the Christmas spirit all year round. And if I can make just a little difference in my little neck of the woods or my little area, that's all I want. Because Christmas is to me, the Christmas spirit is too much fun to be limited to just a couple weeks in December, right? So yeah. So what I've done is I'm trying to get together a list of projects that I want to do for myself and for others, and incorporate some of these whips that I have, and say, okay, I'm done with this. I'm tired of doing this right now. I don't want to do this anymore. In fact, I don't want it at all. And I'm looking at a project that I love the yarns I used on it. And I'm like, I don't want it anymore. I love the yarns. I want the yarns back. I don't want whatever it is. So, oh, I miss her too. She's doing wonderful. She is in California. And she just, her life is just a little bit too hectic to do her videos. And I asked her to come on with me today, and she said that she was going to be visiting her friends and she wasn't going to be able to jump on with me. Otherwise, she would be here. So, yeah. So have you all made any, I don't want to call them New Year's resolutions. That's just wrong. But have you set any fluid goals that you'd like to do this year to try to help you in your crochet? Tell me about them. While you're doing that, I'm going to pick up my blanket and work on it a little bit while, yeah, I love my Deb. I do talk to her often, at least once or twice a week, and she's doing very well. She's just really busy. I just fly by the seat of my pants. Well, girl, you have your hand in so many things. I mean, I don't know how you keep up. I don't know how you keep up, Tracy, between your making all the things that you make and all the yarn that you get. I'm like, how, what in the world? How in the world do you use up any of your yarn? Oh, girlfriend, you are amazing. You amaze me. You are superwoman. You are superwoman. Yeah, see, I made some Christmas gifts, or I started to make some Christmas gifts that I have not finished yet. And I know the people that I'm giving them to are very understanding, but I don't like the fact that I haven't finished them yet. Um, Finally make something for me. Okay. I always put stuff aside to make things for daughters and others. I have cardigan underway, front and back panels done, and connect. Oh, that's amazing, Frenchie. What color is it going to be? Are you following a certain pattern? Yeah. Is it carpal tunnel, Tracy? When you say it's hanging wrong, or is it something that you can block to fit or to hang better? Um, I haven't finished my temperature blanket from last. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Tracy. That's got to be the roughest thing. Uh, I don't know what I would do if it was so painful I couldn't use my hands. I'd be sunk. I'd be really I probably would get so depressed, no kidding, if I couldn't crochet. Yeah. I mean, I know with carpal tunnel, you can have the carpal tunnel surgery and it will help. Um, have you done exercises, Tracy? I know there's a couple videos. Uh, I'm making videos, or excuse me, I've watched them on exercises that you can do for carpal tunnel or when you're crocheting or knitting. Um, oops. Oh no. I don't know what that was. I don't know what, did y'all see that? I have no idea what that was. Uh, oh gosh. Stupid thing. Okay. Just too big, not draping right. It's already connected, so it's basically a vest for now. Hard to block that. I understand. Yeah, I see. I can understand that. Is it acrylic? Carolyn, I'm making for me. Also using the pickle jar. Okay, what does that mean, Carolyn? Using the pickle jar with its raining yarn. Susan, I want to finish whips I have going and do the mosaic blanket. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's hard to block acrylic, yeah. Oh, that sounds really nice. That sounds really pretty. You know, Tracy, what I did for the longest time is I wore that brace. Um, I wore the brace at night to help with my hand not getting out of um out of alignment, when I sleep, because sometimes you don't know how your hand is when you sleep. And so I would use that at night when I sleep. And then during the day, I would do exercises just to stretch out the hand. Um, all kinds of stretch. I mean, just to loosen everything up again. But when you work with the thin yarn like you and I like to, that doesn't help. Yeah. Lauren, hi. How are you? How are you? Tell me how you're doing. What are you working on? Yeah. And I even had to, at one point, Tracy, I took a break from crochet. It was the hardest thing I had to do, but I just didn't crochet for like a week, and it let my hand just rest, and it did seem to help. Um, and then I went back to crocheting again. And so, yeah, just giving your hand some rest. Your hand needs some R&R. Take a vacay. Yeah, it is difficult. I know, especially when you get in the rhythm, right? You're like, I know it hurts, but keep going. You're almost finished with this row. One more row, one more row. So, couple of projects on the go, mostly blankets and scarves, otherwise plugging along somewhat this week. Yeah, take it one day at a time, right, Lauren? One day at a time. All right, I got a question. Approximately how many whips do you think you have? Just kind of count up and tell me how many you have. Let's see here if I can do the same thing here. Oh, come on. 3, Tracy, really? 11th? 11? I love it, Frenchie. I love it. Nobody had, come on, anybody have any more than, say, like 15? Make me feel good. 30, Carolyn, thank you. Oh, goodness. Susan cases, too many to count, huh? Okay, here's another question. Why? I know everybody has a different reason for it. So I know it's going to be not going to be the same across the board, but why do you not finish something? What are some things that why is it that you don't finish something? Just 2, Camille. Come on. It gets boring. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Sometimes, especially if it's a larger project, right? Startitis. Ah, you might have 12. Yeah. I think for me it's like, first of all, it's ADD. The stitch, the color, find something else that's more yeah, Susan, right? Yeah, those are great things. I think for me, it's like I get excited about a project and I start it and I'm like really excited about it. And then all of a sudden it's like, it's not so exciting anymore. And when it just takes, I think I just jump in too much wholeheartedly instead of like, just wait and see if it's something that you really want to do. Because, like, let's say I see a tutorial for something and I go, "Oh, I love it. I love it." And then I go buy the yarn and then I come back and I start it and I'm like, I get like a third of the way or half the way done and I'm like, I'm not feeling it. And if I would have just, and I know if I would have waited just a little while, that feeling might have passed, and is like, it might have passed. Uh, Gets boring. Uh, what do you mean you can't type? Oh, you don't have the emotional capacity for that many projects, Lauren says. Oh, I get you. Yeah, I'm there with you. And that's why we have so many whips because we lose that emotional capacity, don't we? Oh, yeah, sometimes a stitch. You know what I have I know a lot of people, what they do is they like projects and they'll shop their stash for the project that they have picked out. And lately, what I've been doing is like, oh, I remember I really loved that yarn. I really love that yarn. I need to make something. I want to work with it. And so I pick it up and start working with it. Starts to find it hard to do. Yeah, like as in difficulty with the pattern or something like that, Susan. Is that what you mean? Um, so yeah. Um, or like you forget what hook you were using, like me. So just forget it. Just scrap it because I don't remember. And I'm too gung ho to sit there and take the time to write it down somewhere. I think, and I don't think, a lot of people they say, well, write down when you started and the yarn that you use and the project. If I have to do that, it takes the excitement away from me somehow. And I don't like doing it. I don't want to do it because I feel like it's almost like a have to, like I'm bound to do that project, whatever it is. I think that's maybe why I don't do any crochet alongs because it's just I'm bound to do that particular thing. And what if I don't want to do it anymore? Then I've got all that yarn I just like I bought all the yarn to do a blanket and it's made of these different, and I love it. I don't get me wrong. I love the yarn. I love the project, but it's too time intensive and it's like forget it. I don't I just here I talked it up to everybody. Everybody needs Janie, hi honey. Blessings to you. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing really good right now. How about yourself? Couple of but they very achievable one. Yeah, I mean, and there's some like that. I was watching Jada and Stitches. Um, Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back. I was watching Jada and Stitches when she's talking about her new 2024 um blanket crochet along and I was watching all the blankets that she had done, and I'm like, "Oh, that's so nice." And I mean, I had even done one of them. I don't know what I've done with the blanket, to tell you the truth. It's probably I mean, I don't think I have it anymore. I think it's like gone. It's gone somewhere. I made the folk art blanket one time, and actually, you know what? I remember that folk art blanket. I made it, and I took it apart. I got to a certain point, and I said, I don't I'm not this is a dumb project. I don't know what I mean, I was so excited at first, and then I got going and I was like, I don't like it anymore." um let's see here. Um Tracy, have you made any resolutions for the year? Yeah, to finish up some whips. I'm trying to do, like, I made myself a list of the whips that I want to try to finish this month. And there are how many of them? I have 7 of them. And 2 of them are Tunisian, and the rest of them crochet. I finished one of them except for but no, I didn't really finish it because I still have to redo the hat. You might not have seen it. Let me show you. For those of you that are came in a little bit late, I made Crystal from Bag a Day had a hooded um, pocket shawl, and I followed the pattern or the tutorial up to a certain point, and then I just kind of winged it, if you know what I mean. So I still have to sew in ends. I did divide the pockets, and I used just a dark gray yarn instead of the fur. And the hood here, I don't like the way I did my hood. Um, Started one that's only 6. Oh, is that right? Okay, so this hood, as you can see, it wait a minute. It comes out, and it's not supposed to come out that much. So I'm going to frog it back to about here and just go, straight. I think that's going to be fine. I don't like that. I don't like that hood because it just looks funny. You can't fold it back. It'll look weird. So, yeah. And then I need to sew in the ends for that. But I really want to finish this, and it'll just take me an evening to finish it, because all it takes is I'll just get my hook out and just work it up real quick, because it's just a half double crochet. And the other, you asked about my other resolution, Tracy, you were asking about resolutions, and my other one was to use up a lot of my, thank you so much, honey. I love the colors. Was to use up some of my, not some, but use up as much of my scrap yarn and make blankets for veterans as I can, or use the scrap yarn to make hats. Now, there's another, like, not like a resolution, but something that I wanted to think for myself was things that I make for myself. You've been on a knitting kick, Jeannie? Well, that's all right. Different strokes. I do Tunisian when when I get bored of my just regular crochet. I do Tunisian. You don't do cows, Tracy? Yeah, it's hard to keep up with them. It's hard. So, but one of the things, I don't know if you saw the color of this. This is like a very light pink color. You see, it's like a nice, no, I don't knit. No, I do Tunisian. I think, to me, Tunisian is easier. I can do as much with it as knitting, and I that's what I do. Do you? Do you knit? So anyway, this light pink color is going to be my color of the year. meaning like if I'm going to make something for myself, I want to make things that are this light blush pink color, um or like something like a light pink, pale pink. Yeah, pale pink. Yeah. I have this yarn that I really love and I want to use, and this is like a blush pink. Well, it's more like a mauvey rose pink, and I love it. And so anything that's going to go with this blush pink, this pale pink, um, that's all I'm going to do for myself anyway. Um, or it has to actually go with it. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of blues and purples and um I'm basically going to try to stick with the pinks. I don't know why. I just feel attached to the pink. um and so I could do any variation of it. Like I'll do burgundies, not reds, but burgundies. Um I've got several different colors of pinks and burgundies. Um, and that's all I want to if it's for me, that's what I'm saying. But if it's a gift for somebody else, I'll make it a different color. Now, the only exception I'm going to make is that I bought this yarn. I bought this yarn and I bought it with, hold on a minute. Everybody's saying hello, hello. Um, I really need to fix stuff here. So I bought this yarn. It's a beautiful, beautiful yarn um, from, it's called Indigo Guinea Moon, Indigo Guinea Fibers, excuse me, Indigo. Bye, Hannah. Thank you so much for popping in and saying hello to us. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. But this has this color in it. Yeah, you can see it has this color in it, but it also has this color in it. So I'm going to be, if I make something, I can put these two together, or I can just use this. I have enough of this to make something really pretty, and then I can just use these two together. Maybe a different for somebody else, but I really want to stick with this color. Okay. So yeah, that's another like soft resolution that I might get to June and decide, nope, I want to change it up. But it's I think it's because I get on kicks of certain yarns that I want, and I tend to make stuff with them and I don't know what to do with them. So I think if I stick with a certain color family, like the pinks or blush colors, um, I think that it's going to work for me, and I can make different, like a top or two for the summer, and then um, yeah, I've got a lot, as you can see, I've got a lot of pink right there, um, that I would really like to use for the summer. Um, and just kind of like pair it with other things. Like it'll go with black, so I can wear a black sweater with it if I get cool. Um, Gray. So yeah, different things. So let's see here. I wanted to talk about life. Did anybody have any questions for me about anything as far as life kind of things go. Because I want to address anything that you guys wanted to ask me. Jenny, hello, hi. Stay warm. I know it's a little cool outside right now. Do you plan to do more lives this year? That's a good question. I would really like to, because I miss this time together. I don't have anybody to crochet. Well, put it this way. I've made a friend. I've made a couple friends here in the area, and but as far as like a community, to support each other, I miss this. So hopefully I will be doing more. How often is another question. Tracy, okay. My grandbabies, my daughters have not contacted me, so I'm not going to waste my time, because I don't want to take something that I really love to do and I really enjoy. I'm not going to give it to somebody who doesn't want it and doesn't care about anything about me. So I do have other people that I can gift things to if I want. Does that answer your question? So, oh, I'm so glad you joined my community too, Darlene. It's great to see you. Let's see here. I'm a bit upset. I bought this pattern and I don't get it. And I asked a few friends, they could not get. So I sent an email to the designer and he said, go to my, and ask for help. That's just rude, Jeannie. That's just rude. That's ridiculous. Where did you buy the pattern? Did you buy it online? Yeah, that's really rude. And I would, for a designer to say something like that to you, I would I might even ask for my money back. I mean, seriously, if it's too difficult for you to understand and they're not willing to take the time to explain it to you, yeah, I would message them back and say something to them about getting your money back on that, because that's ridiculous. Let's see here. I haven't heard from, Darlene says, I haven't heard from my daughter, so I feel this is an open door that God just gave me. Oh, that's good. Awesome. Don't you love it when that happens? Yes, it does. It helps with our emotional well-being. And for those of us that believe in Jesus, it's like we understand that there's a part of us that is born to create, and it's just like it's part of our in our blood somehow. It's like I've got to. And if, like, Tracy, if something happened to Tracy's hand, I'm like, oh no, please don't let Tracy know. Ah. Crystal, hello. How are you? I saw you're back and making some videos. How are you doing? Oh, let me. Uh, oh, just working a lot. Yeah, it takes a lot out of you, doesn't it? I'm still waiting for that perfect job that lets me stay at home and crochet. Oh, I've been missing you too, Crystal. I'm so sorry. It's been a very rough couple years, and hopefully I'll be back. I've got to get some things straightened out with phone and all that kind of stuff. Make blankets for our vets. Yes, awesome idea, Darlene. Yes, that would they love it. They love it. They do. I mean, I haven't seen the look on their faces, but my friend tells me that they are when they uh get like I made hats and I gave her some blankets that I had made at one point, just some scrap blankets and stuff like that. And she said their eyes lit up. They were so excited to get them. Okay, Tracy, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate that so very much. Yeah. That's right, Jeannie. I thought I remember you were a vet. Thank you for your service. Okay, when you guys are crocheting, you've got, let's say you have a certain amount of time to crochet or in the evenings or in the mornings, whatever. Um, oh, you're so kind, honey. Thank you. Um, what do you like to do while you're crocheting? Do you listen to audiobooks? Do you listen to music? Do you hang out with a friend? Do you watch TV or movies? What do you do? What do you like to do? Listen to YouTube and listen to Christian music. Oh, that's amazing. Yes. I isn't it so inspirational? Isn't that inspirational, Jeannie? I just love that. I'll listen to my TV series. What TV series are you watching, Darlene? What TV series are you watching? Watch YouTube crochet videos. Well, of course. Of course. We have to watch those videos. I know, and it's so hard though, because you watch the YouTube videos on your television, or I do, and I love doing it, but I can't comment or anything. It's Turkish? Are you learning the language or something? Do you speak any of it? And Darlene, how in the world can you crochet while you're reading subtitles? That takes talent. Wow, that's amazing. I never thought about doing anything like that. That's different. I think you get the award for the most ingenious thing to do. Ah, Susan, you watch YouTube or novella YouTube or novellas? What do you mean? You listen to them on YouTube? Listening and ending up chatting. I do like Audible though. Interesting. Oh, okay, gotcha. I'd never heard of that before. Yeah, I watch. It's the only time that Mr. Happy and I really spend together. We watch a show to, we find a series that we're watching, and we watch a episode or two of it. And you learned Spanish that way too? Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. It's So you can watch. You're saying, Jeannie, that you can watch certain shows in Spanish and learn. Oh, I see it. Gotcha. Okay, I understand now. Susan, are you Spanish? Oh, okay. I, I, yeah, I'm lost. I was lost there. I didn't have a clue. I've got another question for you guys. Okay, Colleen, I didn't even see you. Hi, Colleen. How are you? Different shows on Netflix. Just started watching Sweet Tooth. Is that where they bake goodies? I bet that's what that is. You're Mexican. Interesting. Um, okay, so you're crocheting a project with a certain hook. Do you ever get tired of using that hook and change it out for a different one the same size? Joan, hi. How are you? I thought I'd stop and say, quick hello, I miss your devotionals. How are you doing? I'm doing really good. I wish I could get myself to get up in the mornings like an hour earlier so I could do a devotional, but I just I'm not there yet. Uh as part What? That's weird. Crystal, that's just weird. Babies born as part human, part animal. I've never heard of that before. That's just freaky. Yeah, they do. They talk really fast. I have a lot of people that come in the office. Puerto Ricans are the same way. Uh, no, yeah, I don't think I could watch that, Crystal. That's just weird. I'm sure some people that would be fascinating, but no. You're hanging in there, good days and bad. I totally understand that. Totally, totally understand. Yeah, it is very weird. I'm waiting for Denny to pop in here. Denny told me she was going to be in here today, and I'm disappointed that she's not coming in. So, does anybody have any questions they want to ask me? I'm an open book right now. I'm an open book. No, Darlene, this is the first time I've done a live in a very, very long time. Um, Saturday I work, and it's just I usually when I get home from work on Saturday, I use it as my catch up day to usually I use it as my catch up day to get some chores done that I normally, but I felt, oh, excuse me, I felt so productive last week. So I thought, well, I'll spend a little time here. But who knows? I might just do it more often. I don't know. I probably won't do a live every Saturday because that's just a little bit too much on me. Um, I just feel like I have so much I need to get done around the house, and since I work full time, and it's not, put it this way, I go to bed so soon. I mean, like I go to bed like between 8:30 and 9 most days, even on my days off. That um, see, look at me, I'm already yawning. And it's not even 6 o'clock, but it doesn't give me a whole lot of time um, to get anything done from the time I get home until the time I go to bed. And so when I get home during the week, I come home anywhere between 6 and 7, and uh, you know, but 8:30 comes around too quick. I'm like, I eat something, I sit and relax. Um, oh, thank you, darling. That's very, very sweet. Thank you so much for doing that. Donna, are you saying that having a live every Saturday would be fun? Yeah, it would be. But I know there's a lot of much larger channels that I know they do lives all the time or have videos that come out, and much larger than my channel. And I don't like taking people away from other channels. And I know everybody says don't worry about it because, if they want to come to your channel, that's fine. But I don't know. I've been struggling with that whole mindset. I know, Lauren. You are so kind to say that. Thank you. Um, I would film more. I used to do videos more often. Um, but my problem is that my phone won't let me film on it anymore more than a minute and a half or something like that. And that's okay, Joan. I know you're there somewhere lurking in the background. um, but and that is I have been told that that's the only time when I'm filming and recording using my phone is the only way that I can be heard. Um, except for like when I'm doing a live. Y'all can hear me okay when I'm doing a live, but when I'm just recording, the sound is so low, people complain that they can't hear me. When I go on StreamYard, it's the same thing. Um, uh, I just Nobody can hear me. So the only way I can do it and where people can hear me is on my phone, and my phone doesn't do it anymore. So for now, if I want to come on and spend time with you guys, it has to be on a live. A sloth. Is that a thing you're into now, Crystal? Do you like go through phases of different animals that you're into? I would be into gnomes. I'd be making gnomes if I did amigurumi, but I don't do amigurumi. So I don't do that. But I know some people are into frogs, or some people are into chickens. Like Camille was doing a chicken leg. Was doing a chicken butt. Oh, well, that's nice. Crystal, where do you work now? Where do you work now? People don't ask me to make anything. Does anybody else do amigurumi? I'm not an amigurumi. I don't make toys. Maybe because I don't have anybody to make them for. That might be a reason. A giant Tigers is a clothing grocery store in Canada. Interesting. So we have giant eagle in I know in the Northeast there's a giant eagle. So you got giant tigers. It's the same basic principle. Interesting. That's cool. Cool beans. Cool beans. Let's see here. There she is. There she is. I know. I was just talking about you making your chicken legs. Oh, that's cute. I made a few Jack Skellingtons, an owl, 2 llamas, but not on the norm. Oh, okay. So you don't normally make those things. Gotcha. Yeah, the only one I've made is a gnome. I made, well, they're a Viking gnome. I made a Viking gnome. I made 2 of them. I made one for Mr. Happy first, and then when his sister-in-law saw, she said, "I want you to make one for Mr. Happy's brother." So I've only made 2 of them, and yeah, because if you were to see Mr. Happy and his brother together, you would think that they were very much from the Viking age. So, do y'all hear that siren? Wow, that's loud. And now the dog's barking at it. I need to get going, but it was really nice to see you. Hopefully see you. Okay, Lauren, thank you so much for popping in. I'm going to have to get off here in a little bit too, because I know fur babies are getting hungry. Now all the dogs in the neighborhood are barking. That's funny. $11 there. Lauren, remind me where you are. Because are you in Europe? Or are you in South Africa? The UK. Okay. The UK. Wow. Well, thank you for staying up so late to chat with us. Thank you for watching and coming on. I appreciate that. Is there anything else anybody wants to talk about real quick before I get off? Camille, are you there? Let me see if I can get Puppers to come in and say hi. Hey, puppy, come on. Come on. Come on. You want to say hi? Say hi. Say hi, everybody. Hi. She's my sweet Puppers. My sweet Lila, aren't you? Do you see yourself in the screen there? Huh? I think I just trimmed her claws yesterday, and they're so long. Hello, puppers. Miss Jones says hi. And Miss Camille says you're a cutie. Of course you are a cutie. I did a DNA test, and everybody says hi. Say hi. We did it. My boss gave me a DNA test for her to see, and she is 55% Chihuahua, 38% Shih Tzu, and then the rest is divided up between uh, Havanese, Pekingese, Lhasa Apso, and 1% of an Australian cattle dog. I don't know what that's all about. But she is my cute, cute, sweet little girl. Yeah, I know her little face. But she's got blue eyes, and I just don't know of very many dog breeds that have blue eyes. So it's kind of weird. Kind of weird. Can you say hi? I've been debating whether or not I want to get her groomed, but I love the long hair. And she doesn't mind if I comb her, so that helps. Well, I'm going to get going, guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Lauren, thank you so much for staying up so late. And thank you, everyone, for spending a few minutes with me. I love you all, and I appreciate your friendship. Okay. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye. Okay.